Welcome to Haircut and the Beard. My name is Vader, aka Haircut, and I'm joined by my very lovely and bearded co-host, Rob the Beard Brown. How are you, Rob?
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit drunk, but doing all right.
You're drunk?
Not drunk, getting there.
You haven't been drinking. You know this is a job, right? You can't drink on the job.
This is the only job where I can drink, and I fucking love it.
Fantastic. My name is Vader, aka Haircut, and we have a very special guest joining us today. You might have realised at the end of the last episode, the girl is no longer with us. She her contract expired.
Yeah.
And there is a grassroots campaign to bring back the girl. We'll see what we can do about that in the future. But in the meantime, please welcome our very special guest, Toomey.
All right. How you doing?
Very Carl Pilkington-esque there.
Yeah, I tried to just sort of sneak in. Hello, guys.
That's kind of sexy.
By the way, do I get like a title? You've got haircut, beard, girl.
The Brit?
The Brit. It's
Yeah, I don't like it.
I feel. Yeah.
No,
What do you
because he's
think
not
of-
really British.
I don't mind just the girl point two.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I actually like that. I like that.
Well, leave it with us. We'll mull it over and...
All right. By the end of the show, I want a title.
All right, we'll come up with one. All right. If this is your very first time tuning into the show, we like to talk about movies and TV and pop culture and all that fun stuff. We start off with some news generally, and then we move on to a feature of the episode. Rob, what's the feature this week?
Today we're going to be talking about Ex Machina by Alex Garland. Really, really cool sci-fi film.
Or Ex Machina.
Ex Machina?
We're not too sure. Do you actually know? If it's...
No, I don't know.
Nah.
I just assume that I'm right
Both
most of
kinda
the
sound
time, but who knows?
Because it's got like a machine in it.
Yeah.
That's
thinking,
my...
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Deus Ex Machina is
Yeah.
like a writing technique, right?
Yeah, it is.
Who
So,
knows?
So who knows? After the feature, we generally, have some fun stuff happen. Beard's going to give us the best thing ever. He's got something lined up, pretty cool. And after that, I'm going to give some original movie pitches to my makeshift producers. And after that, Toomey, the Brit, Girl 2.0,
All right.
is going to give us some IMDB Rating Game.
It's all
movie
online.
If you're listening to this, we need your help. I just wanted to tell you guys that we need you to go onto iTunes and give us a 5-star rating and tell everyone how awesome we are, how amazing our podcast is. Even if you hate it, write in the comment how awful we are and still put 5 stars in there. That way your comment goes to more people and they can also see how awful we are.
Yeah. Yeah. We just want our awfulness to spread, basically.
Like a dirty disease.
Brilliant.
So bring it in now. Let's do some news. First bit of news, I got some good news lined up for us.
I like
Not all of
news.
it's good. Some of it's good. Some of it's awful. A movie tackling the corruption surrounding FIFA, the sports organisation, is going to be produced by, among others, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I saw this, yeah.
Isn't that strange?
Very strange.
Because they've been pretty controversial lately, of course. They,
Yeah.
had all these corruption charges
Yeah.
against their officials. You know
Been a bit of
their
a shambles.
You know their movie. I forget what it was called.
Bend It Like Beckham, that one?
No, something United Passions. It was like
Okay.
the biggest box office flop in the history.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it
Well,
either.
it was a movie made by FIFA, like outlining the glory of FIFA,
like a propaganda
essentially.
piece, basically.
Essentially, yeah,
No shit.
and massive flop.
I just assumed that you'd have a lot to say about this being British. Like,
Yeah, I'm like the one British person who doesn't follow football or soccer, as you guys call it.
that'd be hard growing up, wouldn't it?
Not so much. It's got harder since moving to Australia
'Cause everyone
everyone's
asks
just like,
you.
"What? You don't watch bloody soccer?"
Manchester United or Arsenal?
Exactly.
Dead on Aussie accent, by the way.
Thanks, man. Scream,
I do know
I
Scream.
love it.
awesome movie.
Yeah.
One of my faves.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a TV series.
I've seen this.
On MTV. And the first 8 minutes apparently was released on YouTube. I did have a look at it. Did you see it?
Yeah, I
No,
saw a bit
no.
of it.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of reboots, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty invested into the Scream series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when they brought out the 4th film, because that was years after the 3rd
Yeah.
film
Yeah,
came
it's a
out.
big gap.
And they did okay.
Yeah.
For a reboot remake. It was okay, so I'll give the TV show a crack.
I think the one thing they'll do well is they'll address the fact that it's now a TV spin-off, because they always it's very self-referential, and I think they'll go in that direction. And that was
do.
always my favourite part.
Yeah, they addressed that in the trailer, like one of the
really?
first things straight away.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
They
awesome.
talk about like the rules have changed because it's a TV show or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I
not
love that kind
everyone
of stuff.
can
I'm
go.
in. I'll watch it.
Yeah,
Give
it's
it a
so
crack.
cool. I saw the 8 minutes as well. Definitely cool.
Yeah.
But it's got that. It might be a miss. MTV. I don't know.
Bit of like American teeny
Yeah.
style. Yeah.
Although, it was scary, the first 8 minutes. Like, it
Yeah.
was scary because it took elements of Unfriended,
Oh, really?
and like really brought it to this day and age with technology.
Okay, I'm in. I'll give it a crack.
I'm up for that.
The Independence Day reboot has gotten an official title and is expected June 2016 release date.
Okay,
Guess what it's going to be called?
here we go. Independence Day 2.
No,
Independence,
I thought that was a lock.
Independence Weekend.
not bad. Independence Day Resurgence.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hasn't that been a subtitle on like 12 other films? Like,
yeah, I think so. Divergent Resurgence.
yeah, not the same thing.
Jeff Goldblum's in it, so I'm just going to see if
I'm in.
Oh, done. Yeah,
Yeah, done.
I'm in.
Yeah, they could take everyone else out, and I'd still go
Yeah.
and see it.
Will Smith's not in it though, is he?
Nah, I doubt it
Yeah,
because he can't play himself.
like play Will Smith playing Will Smith playing the guy from Independence Day. Yeah, I can see that.
He'll probably get his son in on it though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's marathoning pretty hard to get his son at like a movie career, isn't he? It's not working very well, but he's given it a red hot crack.
Yeah.
very good. The Hannibal TV series was cancelled. Oh my god!
No,
I agree with this. It's the kind of show that I tried watching about 3 times.
Really?
I watched most of the first season, and I was just like, nah, I'm done.
I'm interested to
Really?
hear this because I'm the exact opposite. I think it's outrageously good. And
Yeah.
it's made so well, and like I'm addicted to it when I watch
Same.
it. It's so scary to me that I don't want to watch too many in a row because it freaks me out.
Yeah, and it's guys
that why
like
you
you are the
stopped?
reason why... Yeah, I just couldn't.
he was just too scared.
Too scared. I haven't slept with the light off in weeks. No, it was people like you, close mates, who I value your opinion on film
Yeah.
and TV, and you guys
Yeah.
have been raving about Hannibal since
Yeah.
it started. So I gave it a go, and a lot of my mates love it, and just I get bored through the episodes.
Really?
I find I just start using my phone, and then before I know it, 20 minutes have passed, and I'm just
You're
not,
like, what's happened? Yeah.
not into it, don't care.
Yeah,
I mean,
fair
it is
enough.
brutal the way it's made. I
Yeah.
do like the gore, but no, it doesn't grab my attention. I don't know.
On the flip side of that, I'm shattered. Like that's because I've read all the books, absolutely loved the series, and I really liked that they were sort of remaking the movies with filling in the gaps of all the story and all that kind of stuff. Like I was there, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Even though this season's gone, I'm not sure if you guys have seen any of
I
this
haven't seen any of it, so no spoilers. But
The one thing I will say is it's gone very much stream of consciousness, strange. Half the episode will be shot inside someone's brain, and it's gone very strange.
Yeah.
And not following like a typical story so much, but that said, I'm still on hook, line, and sinker. But apparently, there's a pretty good chance the creators said a 50-50 chance that it will find a home somewhere else.
yeah, I mean that's happened before with other TV series.
Yeah.
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 I mean, apparently they couldn't get the rights to Clarice, who was going to be in season 5, which I would have loved to have seen their take on bringing her in, and Silence of the Lambs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been really good fit for this world, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
He would have had to been in jail at that point, right? If they're going to follow the story, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd still be.
He gets out.
He gets out, right?
That's
yeah.
it. He gets out. He eats some people. That's what he does.
Last bit of news here is the Crow is getting remade as well and rebooted.
All right.
The Crow.
Just another example of Hollywood running out of ideas.
Yeah. Seriously, come up with an original idea. I love the original. It was iconic.
I will pitch some real ideas later on, and you guys will hear what an amazing idea is.
Either way, it was a film where Brandon Lee died. It was important because it was about death and resurrection and all that kind of stuff. So it was a really poignant film back in the day, and I loved it. But just leave some shit alone. Let something stay dead. Doesn't need a remake. Leave it alone.
What movie would you just hate to see remade?
Fight Club.
Fight Club, right?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Oh fuck yeah.
Breakfast Club for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
Isn't that
I'm
on the
amazed it
cards?
hasn't been done already.
No, I don't want to do it. Why?
They should never make... Who was the guy that made those?
John Hughes?
John Hughes. No
Yeah.
John Hughes film should ever be touched.
Yeah,
That's right.
I agree with that.
They should
Fucking brilliant
inspire
films.
new movies and new ideas.
Yeah,
but-
agreed. But you know what? I am amazed that it hasn't been done.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I'd campaign for it not to be done, I'm amazed it hasn't.
No,
Yeah. Right on.
You know what would really suck? If we gave someone the idea to remake it through this podcast, and they're like, that's it. Why have we never thought of this? Let's go and make it. And then they made it.
Who would make it?
I could see Michael Bay making it.
You know what?
A lot of explosions. Everyone's killing each other. They're pulling out guns.
Dude, Michael Bay, if you're listening to this, please don't remake
Hands
The
off.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Agreed.
Or at least if you are going to make it, please get the original cast.
they'd be old as fuck. Who's putting them in detention these
Are they
days?
still
Seriously?
alive? Most of them? Are they still kicking?
I think some of them are.
Sucking dick for crack, I reckon at least half of them, seriously. I've got a couple of things just in video game news. I thought this was a really sweet story. I got a lot of, those sounds when I told this story to other people.
Aw.
So this is basically irrefutable proof that ghosts exist.
Aw.
Just let that one sink in for a
Sorry,
second.
is that
no,
not
that's
you?
not the story.
Okay.
So, this kid and his dad used to play Xbox together.
Yeah.
Used to play car games together. It was really sweet. And his dad passed away.
Right.
I don't know how he passed away. The dad died.
Yeah.
A couple of years later, the kid goes and takes out the Xbox, sets it up, trying to remember his father, play some games. Puts on Forza, right? In Forza, there's a ghost system, right? So it remembers like your best laps and all this kind of stuff. And he gets to race against his dad one more time because his dad's ghosts are still left on the memory. How sweet is that?
Okay,
you know?
yeah, that's cute.
I thought that was a really touching story. I'm
Very
not getting as
sweet.
many ahs as I expected, but I thought that was kind of sweet.
It's not exactly irrefutable proof of ghosts, though.
No, but it's a ghost, and it does exist.
Yeah, I thought you were going somewhere else with the story. Like, he jumped online and there was a car with his dad's gamer tag.
It would be funny if like the ghost was driving completely differently from the recording. It just like veered off and it was just like wrote out "I love you, son" in the track or something.
That's a haircuts pitch.
It's coming up.
Seriously, that's brilliant. I would watch that film.
Coming up in the next 15 minutes, haircuts pitch.
Now, it's been a really important time in video games over the last week or so. I mean, for those of you at home, a couple of weeks ago, E3 has been upon us, and it's been huge. It's been a really, for a game nerd, it's been a really good E3.
Yeah.
I'm going to do everything that happened at E3 in under 2 minutes.
Okay, can you do it in a rap?
Do
you want me to lay a beat down?
I so wish I could, but I definitely can't do that.
Sweet.
I'm going to do all of E3 in 2 minutes.
Let's go.
The cliff notes. All right, let's run through this really fast here. In general stuff, Assassin's Creed, they're going to give it another crack with Syndicate. Deus Ex, Mankind Divided looks really cool. Dishonored 2 is a thing, and the beard is excited. Fallout 4 looks amazing. If the fucking dog dies, I'm going to kill myself. Would you believe there's going to be another FIFA game? Firewatch looks really cool for a walking simulator. There's another Mass Effect. Surprise, surprise, another company is going to not kill the cash cow. Mirror's Edge is a thing again. Minecraft now exists in your fucking lounge room in that weird 3D thing.
That's cool.
Is that the cool? Like,
That's the coolest
pretty
thing.
cool.
I saw that and I'm like, the future exists and we are now living in it. I
I thought that was going to be the best thing ever, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of can be. Need for Speed is back. And guess what? The 18,000th version of Need for Speed is called Need for Speed. South Park is back. Guess what the new title is? Fractured but Whole. Just let that one sink in for a second. Star Wars games coming out. Surprise, surprise. Disney's cashing in. Final Fantasy VII is being remade. If Ares dies, I'm going to fucking kill myself. The Last Guardian exists after 6 years of production. Shenmue 3 is a thing. 12 fanboys are excited. No one else gives a shit. Uncharted has all of the graphics that ever existed. No Man's Sky is a really, really big game. Halo 5 has 4-player co-op. It'd be awesome if I had 3 more friends. Xbox can play old games. They needed to make a point of the fact that you don't have to pay to play games you already own. That's it. That's all of E3.
That was, can you do that again in one breath?
I almost died doing it in 3. So that's pretty much it for E3 news. I'm
Beautiful.
done.
This week we're talking about Ex Machina, or Machina, or Machina.
Machina.
However you want to say it. It's written and directed by Alex Garland, whose track record includes 28 Days Later, which is amazing. Dread,
Yep.
which is another one, and the yet-to-be-released Halo movie.
Yeah, and Sunshine. Fucking...
So many.
No one ever talks about Sunshine, but it's such a good film.
Yeah.
You've
Amazing.
seen it, haven't you?
Yeah, no, he's brilliant. He's got a great track record.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything he's written that hasn't been amazing.
100%.
He's worked it
The
out.
Beach?
He's got it down.
Yeah. He's just a good guy.
Like M. Night Shyamalan.
No. I don't think he's got it worked out. He did like 2 good films. And
He
then
had it
12
worked out once,
Yeah.
and he lost
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He had like the Twist movie worked out, but when people worked out his movie type, it was like over.
Done. Game over. I think he'd be really good if someone said, here's a really good script, go and direct it. But to write and direct, you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
You had your chance, you fucked it up. You
Yeah.
know, move on. So just quickly, recap of the story. It's just about a guy that's brought on board to do a Turing test, just basically test out an AI. Rich billionaire, playboy, whatever, has created a very advanced AI, and this guy's brought on board to test it. That's
Yeah.
basically the plot. But it goes so much further than that, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Blue Book, what's his name? Blue Book billionaire?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now.
Nathan.
But he essentially created the fictional Google.
Yeah.
Is what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
So he has just all this information which he can pinch by accessing every mobile in the world. He can use their microphones to understand, the way people speak, and use their cameras to download facial expressions, which he then puts inside his AI.
Yeah.
Very, very clever film.
Yeah, and it's the kind of movie that takes sci-fi very seriously. It's not like, just imagine if there was a world where all this stuff could happen. It's like, no, we live in this world where this is theoretically possible. We're just not there yet. You know?
I see what you mean.
And I like that it is just a logical next step from a world we already live in. Not like, magical fairyland where magical fucking sci-fi stuff happens. You know, like this, it feels real and grounded in our world. Yeah.
Well, the writer, what's his name? Alex
Garland.
Alex Garland. He's been doing years of research and developing the story, working with experts about AI and the way that AI, more to do with the algorithms, with how an AI would respond to a question.
Really?
Which they talk about in the film, because obviously the guy that's testing it is trying to work out how it's responding the way it is.
Yeah.
But obviously it's using technology that's way beyond his
Even
grasp.
he doesn't really conceive what's really happening. Yeah.
But all the discussions they have in the film, they're all talking about real technology and real in this world today, which makes the film that all more realistic and makes you realize it's not that far away. At all.
Yeah. Excellent film. It just, you know what I really like about it is the whole way through, I didn't know who the real enemy was.
Yeah.
I was like, is it Nathan?
Yeah.
This is obviously something going on there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, big twist, spoiler alert.
And they addressed that because there was, I picked the twist right from the start. I know that Caleb, is that his name? The guy that was brought on board?
Yeah.
I'm like, he's really the robot. They're doing the Turing test on him. And then they addressed that by him basically checking if he's a fucking robot and cutting his arm open and trying to pull his teeth out. And at that moment, I'm like, I'm lost.
Red herrings everywhere.
Yeah,
it was very good. See, at that point when you talk about him, he slits his wrist to see if he's a robot.
Yeah.
And the thought never occurred to me that he could be a robot. So at that point in the film, I was losing my shit. I was like, oh my god, he's the robot!
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then blood started coming out. Oh, he's not a robot. He's just losing his fucking mind.
Yeah. And we all were by that point. I was just so flabbergasted. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
It really, really had me.
Yeah.
Beautiful scenes, beautiful. The whole building was made so.
I want to live in
it was
that
glorious
house.
to look at.
Yeah. Well, Oscar Isaac, the guy that plays the bearded, I just want to mention he's got an awesome beard.
Fantastic.
Worth a mention. Oscar Isaac, who plays the billionaire playboy, whatever. He's not a playboy, but he's a billionaire. Kind of, he's a playboy actually.
He's a robot playboy.
Robot playboy. I agree. I've noticed him in a couple of films recently, and he's just come out of nowhere, and now he's just a fucking amazing actor.
If anyone wants a bearded cast member, what was his name?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac, if you're listening to this, well done.
Yeah. Good beard.
Yeah, and many other directors, Michael Bay included. I know we spoke earlier. What was his name?
Oscar Isaac?
Oscar Isaac is a great beard.
He's so good that you can't even remember his name for 20 seconds.
But honestly, he blew me away in this.
He
was just a powerhouse. Even from the very start when they first meet, you're like, there's something really off about this guy, but he plays... He's a genius, but at the same time, he's got that really macho kind of imposing force on the screen the whole time. You always felt like he was seconds away from just losing his shit, which he never really truly did. Yeah,
not really.
But he just had that vibe that he was about to just explode at any moment.
The point and where the film just changed for me is when they have the power cut and the robot Ava, says to the guy testing her, Caleb, don't trust him. He's not your friend. And I was like, oh shit.
Yes, it's getting real.
Yeah.
And there was the marks on the window where someone had obviously tried to break it, and you're like, okay, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, is she aggressive? What's the go? Does she attack just randomly?
Yeah, I thought that was brilliant. One thing I really liked was Nathan, his ego is so far out of check that Caleb quotes a few famous quotes, and he just totally misquotes him. And basically, there's a moment where he says some quote about God, and he's like, "Yeah, you basically called me God."
Yeah,
that was a cool quote where you called me God. I'm like, no.
The original quote is, "This isn't the work of men; it's the work of gods." And then he comes back to Caleb, like, I was thinking about what you said yesterday where you said I'm a god.
Yeah,
He's like, that's not what I said. And he's like, I was thinking about it from like when all this stuff's released and we write a book, I'll be able to quote, Caleb said I was a god.
Yes.
Not what I said.
I loved that because it just went to show like how far out of check his ego was. Like he truly believed that he was the creator of the next humans to take over the planet, basically.
And instead, he just gets stabbed in the back.
Yeah, he got fucked.
Yeah.
By a super hot Asian chick. Super hot.
Would you, if you were like,
in answer to your question,
Definitely.
a sex bot would be on the top of the list.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ava's fine as hell.
Yeah.
Even before she gets skin. I'm like, oh, damn, girl.
Yeah, I'd go there. Yeah. I did find it kind of strange that she had 5 different robots she could have taken the skin from, and she chose a much taller than her Asian woman.
Yeah.
But it fit perfectly. It was a bit strange.
It happened to, yeah.
But, we'll let that one slide because everything else was so good in this film. It really was.
Like, she's just walking out and it's just like stretch marks and just really awkward placement of the skin. And
she's just not as hot anymore. Another thing that I just absolutely loved about this film was it trolled me in the sense that it was walking right up to the edge of having a really shitty cliche ending. And I'm like, I'm about to tap out. If this goes the direction I think it's going to go, I'm out. And I was so ready to be furious.
And then she turns.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's walking down the hallway and then she turns and just goes and he's just left screaming.
Oh, man. I'm getting goosebumps sat here right now, man.
Such a
good
powerful
ending.
moment.
Yeah.
So good.
All in all, I just thought it was great.
It really delivers on the promise. You wanted a smart sci-fi thriller, that tackles AI and talks about privacy themes.
Yeah. They dabble on that. It wasn't a film that appealed to me at all. I remember seeing the trailers and the posters, and I never looked twice at them because I just saw a robot, and I'm not huge into sci-fi.
Yeah.
And it wasn't actually until Robbie the Beard texted me saying, Ex Machina. Watch it. And
Get on it.
All right, you're the only... I probably wouldn't have watched it to this day if you hadn't recommended it.
Because we've recommended a lot of stuff back and forth, and there's been a pretty good success rate in...
Exactly.
And if that never happened, you wouldn't be here today.
No, exactly.
There you go.
Things are coming together.
But yeah, everything about it. I can't think of a bad point about it. I mean, it's an original screenplay. It's not based off a book or anything, which makes it even better because it's hard to come by original screenplays.
And a lot of work obviously went into it, as you said before.
Yeah.
Every scene I felt was worthy of analysis. Every single scene you can watch it back and go, okay, they chose that camera angle or that facial expression for this reason, which ties into this. And it was one of those few films where I personally felt myself just over-analysing everything from the very start. Even the first time I watched it, it just felt like the kind of film where I wanted to know everything that was going on.
Fantastic.
So good.
And there was a directorial debut as well. It was Alex's first ever directing job. He's written a lot. But this is the first film he's ever directed.
No shit, I didn't know that.
It's definitely the first film he's ever written and directed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the first film he's ever directed.
No shit. Fuck, it was masterful. Absolutely masterful. Yeah. I'm just down to watch anything blindly that he does next.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So here's the real Turing test. How many sex bots out of 10?
Okay, so just to clarify, the more sex bots I say, do I get all of those sex bots? Or
the more sex bots you say, the more I think that you're human, not AI.
Okay. I would legitimately, honestly, give this like an 8.8 sex bot. So I'd take from the kneecaps up of the 8th.
Well, I mean, the feet, unless you're into that sort of thing, don't have a purpose with a sex bot anyway, right?
Very true.
How many sex bots?
I've been giving this a lot of thought since you said we were going to be discussing it, and I can't think of a single reason to mark it down. I can't see why it doesn't deserve a perfect score.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The first 10 on Haircut and the Beard.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I mean, I'm new to this, so maybe I shouldn't have brought a 10 to the table. Am I breaking the rules?
It's all good, man.
I bet the girl never brought a 10.
Oh. There's a beef going on.
Yeah, starting it.
Podcast beef.
Girl, if you're listening to this, don't take offense. I really like it as well. I'm just not ready to give anything a 10. Do you know what I mean? I just don't. It's not perfect. It's really, really, really good, but it's just not perfect. So I got to give it a 9.
A 9. Yeah.
But can you tell me what it could have done to get an extra point?
No, difficult for me to pinpoint. But it's
I think this comes down to... Sorry to interrupt. I think this comes down to the way that we rate things. Like, I personally... I couldn't name anything wrong with it, but then I've got to say... if I rate this a 10, it means it's like the best film I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? That's my...
Everything's the best thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, well, that's true. I get very...
If I was on
emotionally
IMDb, I'd give it a 10 because it needs a score bump.
Yeah.
But, for my own personal, diary, it's got to be a 9. And can't exactly pinpoint what that extra point would be. But I don't know. For me to give it a 10, it'd have to be perfect.
I've seen his diary. It looks like, the guy from Seven. And the guy is just...
Haircut and the beard.
Brilliant. All in all, loved it. Great.
Beautiful. Fantastic. So, Rob, you've been a little bit excited this week.
Yeah, a little bit excited.
What's the best thing ever?
This is one of those ones where it could go pear-shaped in the not-too-distant future, but for the moment, I've been really excited about the first episode of True Detective. Now... The girl 2.0 is already like bracing just to tear me to shreds. I can feel it. So what we'll do, I'll give my little like jerk off fest about what I liked about it, and you can just tear me down.
And then I'll tell you how wrong you are.
Yeah.
All
okay.
right.
So I loved the first series. I thought it was brilliant. He's giving me evil.
No, I agree with you there. The first
It is
series
amazing.
was brilliant.
Yeah, the first one was brilliant, and I knowing that we're going to have a totally separate story, totally different characters, and all that kind of stuff. Concerned me a little bit. And coming into this one, I was very, very skeptical. So just to confirm, I've only watched one episode of the first one. That's all that's out at time of recording. The second series kicked off. Just instantly, I could feel the same general vibe. Even though it's different characters, different series, different area, all of that kind of stuff. It just had that same kind of gritty...
Kind of looks and feels the same.
Yeah. And it's one of those things, it's really hard to pinpoint exactly what it is that is giving off that vibe. Now, we've had the Matthew McConaughey. I think we're going to have the Colin Farrell-assance.
He was already good, though.
Yeah, he was good, but I saw a character in the first episode that I've never seen, a level of powerhouseness that I've never seen in him before. At the moment where he's yelling at his child, a little redhead, the literal redheaded stepchild, kind of, and he's just tearing him to shreds, and it was just such a powerful and raw moment. The story itself, I'm a little bit less interested than I was, considerably less interested than I was about the first one.
Yeah.
But so far, I'm hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Yeah, so opposite. I had really high hopes going up for it. I was up for it. New characters, Colin Farrell, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
I was very keen for that. And then as soon as it started, one of the opening scenes is a sort of interview scene with Colin Farrell talking to
the lawyer.
Is it a lawyer? That's it.
Yeah.
And which was very similar to the opening of the first series with Matthew McConaughey.
100%.
You compare those two scenes, the impact McConaughey had. It was like the first time we've seen this drained McConaughey doing real acting.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. I was like,
fucking
is that
amazing.
him? Like, who taught him how to act? Where did this come from?
Yeah.
And you compare it with the scene with Colin Farrell, and it just doesn't have the same. It's like they're trying to do what they did with McConaughey, and it's not quite reaching. You're right, though. Colin Farrell's character is pretty cool.
It's pretty gritty, yeah.
I don't think either of them are as cool as the first two. So far,
I agree. I 100% hands down agree with that.
We've had someone on Periscope comment about Rachel McAdams. Is that her name?
They're trying so hard to make her not look attractive and
Oh,
failing.
she looks so fine.
Oh, no.
My God.
Same person actually also said Mud with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
It was also amazing, which I agree with. It was really good, but it wasn't True Detective good.
Yeah, he was phenomenal in it though, 100%. Like he's just done this change, and all of a sudden, like he came out of the cocoon, renewed. You know, an amazing actor.
It's like he decided he actually wanted to have a real career.
Didn't want to just show his abs and have girls
Exactly.
swoon. He wanted to actually do something with his life.
It's like his dad pulled him aside and goes, "Man, what are you gonna do when you're old and you got no abs anymore?"
Well, I'm gonna have to learn to act.
I'm never gonna lose my abs, Daddy. I keep working out to the day I die.
He looks down one day, sees he's got no abs. He's like, "Fuck, I've got to actually do some work now."
And Dad's like, "All right, all right, all right."
Why is his dad like a southern, like, crawler
Well, all
dad?
right,
Fucking
boy. All right, boy. You go on, get and do your sit-ups, and we'll see where that gets you. And then his dad dies, right? And then Matthew McConaughey's like, "Whatever will I do?
Is this one of Vader's movie pitches right now?
I'll have to learn how to act." And then he
His
did,
voice breaking.
because he's a teenager before he can act. Oh my God, my voice!
Brilliant.
And that'll be coming up on Haircut's pitch.
Yeah. But long story short, continue. So,
yeah, overall, I wasn't impressed when I was comparing it to the first season of True
Comparatively,
Detective.
I agree.
I kind of got the feeling like, okay, they're just making a second season because they want more money. But the sort of conclusion to the episode, you see the dead body being driven out through the whole episode, and then it sort of concludes with all the main characters sort of being brought together through this one dead guy. And I thought, okay, yeah, I can see there's a story that's going to develop.
Yeah.
I'll watch the second episode, so I guess the first episode did its job.
Yeah,
right. That's all I can really say about it at this point. But,
I mean, I'll watch the series. I mean, I think it's only 8 episodes. I'll at least, based on the quality of the first series, I'll watch the second one, even if it takes a fucking giant turd on the screen for the rest of it. But
I'm the same, just begrudgingly. Is that the word?
Yeah, it is.
I'll watch it, but I don't really want to.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. Based on your reviews, I will have to watch it.
Yeah.
Looks amazing.
One thing I do want to say, it's actually directed by Jason Lin, the second series. Or
Is
at
he
least
the guy from
parts
American Pie?
No.
Jason Biggs.
He's known for getting really good performances out of his actors. Just ask The Rock and Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious 7, would you believe? So, just to clarify, the guy that did Fast and the Furious 7 is doing this. Like, I can't believe we live in a world where that's a thing. Yeah. Justin Lin.
You kind of turned me off it a little bit more.
Yeah. Just imagine, like, because they did have the moment where the guy's like on the motorbike going really, really fast, and that was very Fast and the Furious-esque.
Yeah, yeah, that character was pretty cool. Actually.
He was, you know,
with just mad PTSD.
Yeah, like going home banging his fucking super hot girlfriend and can't get it up, and he's getting all frustrated and
covered in scars and burns. And
you know, he might be a good director for my films. Let's move on to Haircut's pitch, because I got a couple of...
Okay, so another show I think just worth mentioning, which really grabbed my attention, Silicon Valley.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I think it's the best thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
For the genre that it's in anyway.
Yeah.
Who's the creator? What's his name?
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge.
Yeah.
What a legend. Again, incredible back catalogue. Everything he does is amazing.
He does amazing voices as well. I mean, he did like King of the Hill. He did Beavis and Butthead.
Office Space.
Which is
what a film.
That's just one of them. That's on the top of the list.
Especially, I mean, all three of us have worked in an office in some context. We know that soul-crushing feeling that they all go through in that movie. It's just gold.
The first time I saw that movie was before I'd ever worked in an office, and I thought, okay, yeah, it's got some funny scenes. And then watching it after I've worked in an office, it's like the funniest film in the world. They got it dead on.
It's so good. Silicon Valley, that season 2 just concluded recently, and that show is so stressful. I found like it's the kind of show. I think Hecka, you introduced me to a theory, or not a writing technique recently, where each scene should go from either the characters being happy to sad, or from relieved to anxious, or like they need to go through some transition every scene. This takes that so literal that every single scene you go from yay, everything's working out, to oh my god, their lives are over, and it's just so stressful. But so
each
good.
episode you notice it. Now that I've told you, you notice it. But basically, like, one episode will start sad and end happy.
Yeah.
And the next episode will start happy and end sad. And it'll repeat that process over and over. And you watch it throughout the whole series. It's the same thing.
Yeah. But it's just a great show. Like, it makes me laugh so much. It makes me, like, just sit on the edge of my seat, like, just hoping that everything's going to work out for this, like, gang of nerds. You know, just... Please, just...
So sometimes, like, comedies are really funny when you're sitting with your partner or, you know, your friends, and you're watching something and you'll laugh out loud.
Yeah.
But it's pretty rare that you're on your own and you'll go...
and actually,
and you'll just
legitimate
laugh out loud.
lols. Yeah. Fucking so good.
And I think I said to you, the last episode
Yeah.
where they're sort of running around. Richard's told him to delete the whole program, and he needs to tell him to not delete it, and his phone runs out of battery, and he needs to get home, and he drops his keys, and then that scene was such a roller coaster of emotions.
It was.
Yeah.
And then, like, all of the little excuses for them, like, to have not deleted it yet, where he's like, as if I could shoot you intentionally with the juice of a lemon. What am I, a lemon sniper? I thought that was the greatest line of the whole series.
Oh, that was so good.
I was in tears when I saw that, but it was just so good. I love all of the characters on that. I listened to a podcast from the Indian guy Camille, and he's just the funniest dude. It just makes me laugh so much. But I just want them to do well.
Is that the X-Files one?
Yeah. Well, I didn't listen to that one, but he also does the X-Files files.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a funny guy. But I just love every
What's this
character on that
podcast
show.
called again?
The Indoor Kids.
Indoor Kids, yeah.
They don't need a shout out from us. They're doing just fine.
So, Kumail, if you're hearing this, we gave you a shout out. Could you give us one back, please?
It's only fair.
Yeah,
That'd
it's
be
only fair.
great,
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
They got the casting spot on for that show.
Dead
All
on.
those characters, and especially Richard,
Yeah.
the main character.
Yeah,
Like,
so
he
funny.
is so perfect for that role.
He does this thing with his face that I can't do it when I'm trying to, and he does it so naturally. It's just uncanny.
Have you ever seen him in interviews when he's not playing Richard?
Yeah.
He's such a confident guy.
Normal dude.
Yeah, he's like well outspoken. Him and Ehrlich, the actors, when they're off screen, are so funny together as a
Really?
duo. They're
Yeah.
like the funniest guys. Yeah,
Cool, I'll have to check
them
him
out.
man.
Yeah. You're right. The casting's perfect. I love the whole thing. Just great. Really, really good.
As a writer myself, I can appreciate the wonderment that has been created
Okay.
by Mike Judge. So,
That was just an excuse for you to say you're a writer. Wasn't it?
Your peer, Mike Judge.
so you guys know how I'm an avid writer.
Abbott. Yep. Writer?
I like your writing.
Don't say that.
That was your cue to say writer.
No, he doesn't know. No. You're not allowed to say he's any good. That's not your job, okay? Your job is to just tear him to shreds.
Sorry.
Give that another crack. All right. So you guys know how I'm an avid writer.
Writer?
Yeah, use the term loosely.
That's better.
Jesus. Despite your condescending tones in a new form,
Brilliant.
I'm a writer, and I've got a couple of movie pitches for you guys, which you might actually scrap that. You will enjoy.
Okay. Confidence. Yep. That's good.
Last week, you'll note that I got 3 out of 3.
I will not note that. That never happened.
Well, it was a contract deal. You didn't like one of them, but because you liked the other two, I got to make the third one.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that you actually wanted to like all 3, but you didn't want to give him 3 green lights.
Hey.
Okay.
Proof's in the pudding. We'll see them all made. So the first pitch, here we go. A guy has to eat through his nose.
Okay. Yep. I'm in so far.
That's it.
Hold on. That can't be it. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah, the film's a documentary.
Okay. A mockumentary, or is this a real guy that you know?
Well, I don't know him yet. I'll put out a casting call.
There must be someone in the world that has to eat through their nose. We need to find him and film it.
Okay.
Like, has to chew.
How does it... Hold on. Explain the logistics of this one. How does this work?
Mate, you'll have to go see the film.
I just picture him putting like little bits of food up his nose and then just pressing his nostril leaves.
I just see him like snorting soup through a straw.
Oh god! You wouldn't want anything chunky. You would have.
But I pay to see it.
I would pay to see
I guess
that.
that's the main point here, right?
That's it.
I hate to say it, but I'd pay to see that too. God damn it! Okay, I'm in so far. You're 1 for 3.
This next one's good. It's very good. It's very good. So, a group of people head to like a beach resort, and they discover a creepy collection of stuffed animals.
Okay. ...
And soon discover the taxidermist is a murderer.
Okay. That was a very long pause. I was unsure where we were going to go there. Okay, so hold on. Stuffed bears. Are they real bears?
The stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals.
Yeah.
But they're like as in...
they're like fully taxidermied.
Okay. Yeah. I was picturing cuddly little like stuffed toys. Like,
Yeah, good. I should clarify that my
Yeah.
pitch to Hollywood.
Okay.
But like one of the murder scenes, or many of the murder scenes, because you should be people are stuffed and they just appear in public areas. They're just like someone's stuffed in a weird pose and they're just like been taxidermied.
Yeah.
You know, missing for 3 days, shows up in public square stuffed.
Okay. And so it's similar to the movie where Paris Hilton's head was on a spike.
House of Wax.
House of Wax.
I really enjoyed that film.
Did you?
Don't know if I'd enjoy Vader's quite as much. But I did
Yeah,
enjoy
it's
that
pretty
film.
much the same thing, just with taxidermy instead of waxing.
Yeah.
Do you have Paris Hilton attached to be taxidermied? Because I'd watch that.
She wore a sexy red
She
number
did.
in that little.
I've been trying to contact her.
Me too for years.
Couldn't get through. All right, look, that
Creepy
one,
letters that you've cut out of like the newspaper, like one letter at a time, do not count. Seriously, no one responds to those.
I'm not sold on this idea, Vader.
Yeah.
all right, it wasn't the greatest, but this
I
next
picture-
one is great.
For a horror film, I picture too many cuddly toys. I think just because you put that image in my head initially, I can't get it out.
A murderous teddy bear, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, it's better than the one you originally pitched.
Fuck.
Yeah, I actually
One
agree.
sentence.
Okay.
God damn it.
That's all right. You can re-pitch it next week.
Yeah, I'll be back to you. I'll get back to you on that one. Last one. A guy finds a Polaroid camera, and when he takes a photo, the person disappears, right?
Okay.
And then reappears like 10 seconds later with really insane, haunting memories of like an alternate world.
Holy shit. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Done.
That was great.
I'm so confused as to just...
So like, it's, when the
That
photo
one spoke
gets...
to me. I don't know why, but that one actually spoke to me. I mean...
when a photo gets snapped of a particular subject or person, they like just disappear for 10 seconds.
They just...
Yeah, and then they just come back 10 seconds later, and they're just insane through what they've witnessed and seen.
In their memories have been longer than 10 seconds? Like it's been a couple of weeks that they've been gone in an alternate dimension?
They've aged and shit.
Oh, okay. I'm actually in. This is the first legitimate excitement you've ever got out of me in one of these.
Ching, baby.
not sold.
You're not in?
Nah.
Yeah, making cash money.
I'd rather watch someone drink soup through a spoon in their nose.
Yeah, okay. I still would prefer to watch that, actually.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's a really interesting Stephen King story that I read once called, like, The Sundog or something, which is really weird, but it's, like, about a camera, haunted camera, surprise, in a Stephen King story. Every time it takes a photo, there's a dog in the background that looks all ravenous and going to kill you and shit. And every time they snap a photo, it comes closer and closer.
Oh, I'm already scared.
I know. Brilliant. It was really, really good. And then, like, for whatever reason, they work out what's going on. So, like, no, we'll put the camera away. We won't use it. But then, for reasons that I won't go into, they find the camera and start using it again. Whoa. It's really good.
Yeah,
really good.
That sounds scary. Actually, I think, it's kind of very similar.
Kind of is.
You might say that I'm the new Stephen King.
You might, but you wouldn't.
You might.
You know what? I'll give you. You're getting better. At least we had some vague interest.
Have you seen the? I think it's called Strange Wilderness. It's a Happy Madison film where there's like a group of nature documentary guys go to try and film Bigfoot. And it's just the stupidest comedy.
Really?
Nothing but dick and fart jokes. It's really good. It's got
Sounds awesome.
It's like got everyone but Adam Sandler from all the Adam Sandler.
Oh, really?
Films. Yeah. If you ever
I do
seen
like
Grandma's
those guys.
Boy,
Yeah.
it's like that cast, and it's got Steve Zahn. You'd recognise him.
Yeah, the name rings a bell.
He was in that film with McConaughey,
the
treasure hunting one.
Oh,
He's this
yeah.
little
I
sidekick,
know
that guy.
exactly the guy you're
Yeah.
talking about. I like that movie, by the way. Yeah.
I liked him. Was it Jalba as well? Or
Sahara.
yeah, Sahara. That's the film. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good film. I actually really enjoyed that. But it was like, he was shit, and then like he just disappeared off
did.
everyone's radar for like a year or two, and then he just comes back and he's like, "I'm an actor now."
Yeah, he did like Dallas Buyers Clubs, Wolf of Wall Street, and True
How
Detective.
come he had like one little scene in Wolf of Wall Street?
brilliant.
And he fucking stole the show.
Probably like the funniest bit in the film.
Yeah,
apart from, like, the
apparently
getting in the car.
that thing that he does is his like warm up ritual.
And they just put it in the film.
Yeah, I thought that was fucking awesome. Like, yeah, because it does it's got this energy to it. You know, this really and you can see Leonardo DiCaprio slowly warming up through it, and he's like getting more into it. And I fucking love that. That was brilliant. We should do that before the podcast. Just. All right, I'm done. It was fun.
Up next, Toomey's going to take us through some IMDB Rating Game. If you've never played the IMDB Rating Game before, I'll let you know that it's basically Toomey's going to come up with some movie titles, and we're going to tell you what the minimum IMDB Rating Game would have to be for you to watch it, or for us to watch it. All right. My name's Toomey.
Cool.
Brilliant.
Hello, Governor. Hello, my name's Toomey.
You don't even need me here.
No, I don't. I came in through the manhole. I've been living up there.
Living up there. What?
Living up in the roof section of your apartment. I've been surviving off cheese sticks. So take it away, Toomey.
Yep, so I'm new to this, but I brought some titles with me. The first one's actually a real movie called Fat Slags.
Fat Slags.
I mean, I'll watch it at a fucking donut. That sounds brilliant.
Now that you say it's real, I'm pretty hesitant. I'm not going to watch that. Waste of time.
Yeah, okay, because now I kind of have to watch it, don't I?
Yeah, report back next week with how it was.
Okay, done.
If you can watch the whole film, I'll be impressed.
At what level though? Like,
okay, legitimately, if it's a 6 or above, I will 100% watch it. I'll give you a 1 minute brief next week. Next fortnight.
There's no way that it's 6 or above.
Oh, yes! So, do you know what it's about?
Sort of. I watched it when I was like 13. Me and a couple mates just rented it back when you could rent DVDs.
Yeah, that used to be a thing.
Yeah, it used to be stores with DVDs. You could go in and rent them. All I really remember is we fell asleep watching it on like a slumber party sleepover thing.
Yeah.
And the DVD menu kept just going
looping.
all night.
Yeah.
And they have this theme song that just goes, fat slags, A-up, A-up. Fat slags, A-up, A-up. Bear in mind, I watched this over 12 years ago, and it's still lodged in my head because it was on repeat for probably 10 hours.
I'm looking it up right now. Made in 2004.
I think it's based on like a French comic strip.
Okay, holy
It's
shit.
like Garfield, but with fat, annoying
got
women.
Anthony Head or Head from Giles from Buffy. I'm not sure if that means anything to either of you, but to me, I'm like, holy shit. And Jerry O'Connell's in it. I kind of want to watch this film. It's got a 2.5 on IMDb.
whoa.
I'm not even getting close to watching that shit. Seriously, that's
awful,
brilliant.
awful.
That sounds lovely.
So here are some titles that I've made up. First one is Shark versus Sloth.
Oh, wow.
Hold
It'd
on.
be difficult.
Shark,
Like, you know, in modern day we have a lot of shark versus and
Yeah,
just ridiculous
yeah,
films.
yeah.
Well, I thought Shark versus Sloth.
Ooh, okay.
Not bad, yeah.
Whose home turf is it on? And by that I mean, is the sloth going into the water,
would
or
be
is the
both
shark
at some
coming
point.
out on
I was
land?
just told to make up titles.
Okay, yeah,
Alright,
true,
easy.
true. But you should be able to hold up scrutiny.
Well,
of
no,
these.
because that's what I want to find out. It's a film I would go see because I just want to know how
Agree.
does a shark fight a sloth. It's a fight I would
You know
watch.
what? The only way that I would see that if it's either above 8.0
Okay.
or if it's above 5.0 but has John Cusack. I mean,
He's got a John Cusack factor that just decreases the amount of stars required by about 4, I've noticed, or 3. So you put John Cusack in the shittest film ever and he'll still watch it. I've discovered this.
Okay.
But that's all right. I accept that. He's a good guy.
yeah,
I like your theory there. All right.
I'd watch that at about, because it's one of those films that the worse it is, the better it is. Do you know what I mean? You don't go into that expecting any like real plot revelations.
It's
or
not going to win
like
an
that.
Oscar.
No, it's definitely not going to win an Oscar, but it might be a bit of fun.
You watch it out of intrigue. You Shark versus Sloth. You just, how the fuck does that work? I have to watch this film.
You know what? I'm in. I'll watch it at like a 6 or above.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right.
Yeah.
Now this one, bit different.
All right.
The Curious Case of Benjamin's Buttons.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, what do you
Do
think
they
of
go
that one?
missing?
They just get older. I don't know. Again, we're going off titles here.
Collecting dust.
So it's Benjamin Button. He's off doing his thing, and we're following the story of the Buttons this
It's
time.
just the Curious Case of Benjamin's Buttons.
Right, so like Benjamin's gone young and died.
Yep.
And his son,
Yep.
who didn't inherit the disease. Thank God.
Thank God.
It wasn't hereditary. He was born young, just started to grow old.
Okay.
But when he's like
Standard.
50 or 60, he like discovers an old jacket of Benjamin, his dad. Actually, maybe we should do another generation, his granddad, right?
Okay.
And he puts on the jacket and he starts to like age backwards. It's like great. So he gets to about 20 and he takes it off.
He ages for another... So
Yeah, and he
he's
just lives
found
forever.
the key
It's great.
to immortality.
Benjamin's buttons. The
Okay.
secret to youth.
I mean, so if they didn't put the buttons on it, like when he was born,
Yeah.
he would have been fine and just had a normal life.
Yeah, but instead, because Benjamin himself had like a button lodged in his head, and that's why he aged backwards and died. But if they would have just surgically removed it, he would have been okay. So,
Who would have ever thought to surgically remove the button from his fucking head?
doctor
Really?
probably found it, was like, it's all good. It's just a button. He's gonna die anyway.
Doesn't have any mythical properties. I'm sure he'll be fine. Starts aging
What's the
backwards.
worst that could happen?
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
So
that was.
are we doing, IMDb title game or Vader's? Because we kind of crossed.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
we did
there,
this.
yeah.
No. That's fine. Okay.
Vader
So
saw potential in that
what
one.
would it have to be to, assuming it's got the story that we just fucking randomly.
it'd have to be I'm not going to watch this film. It has to be 8.5.
Yeah, it'd have to be up there. I didn't even like the first Benjamin Button. I'd watch this at about a 9.
Brilliant.
Thing is, do you guys have a set rating where will you watch a film if it's below a 6, no matter how good the reviews or whatever you've heard about it?
Well, see, that's kind of where the game came from, because like it's like you look at a title and you go, okay, it's some chick flick that I'm not really interested in. Oh, but shit, it's rated a 9. Maybe it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
But then you've got something that's got Stallone in it. You're like, shit, it's rated a fucking 7. I'm definitely gonna watch that because it's Stallone. You know he's gonna be blowing some shit up. You know,
Yeah,
so
it's great.
you got to kind of both of them together.
Cast members, writers, all these elements obviously come into the decision, not just the score, but the score ultimately is, a deciding factor.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got one mate, won't watch a film if it's rated lower than, I don't know, I think his rating's like a 6 on IMDb.
Yeah.
No matter what the film, if it's less than that, he won't touch it.
It's not
It's
bad.
fair enough,
it's a
though.
good rule.
I've seen very few films where, often, and I've noticed certain genres have lower scores, like horror. The best horrors, you'll be lucky if they cap out at like a 7.5.
Yeah, true.
And I think that's the whole scare factor, whatever. Like, some people just go, no, that was shit because it scared me too much. But that's a good thing for a horror,
We all have guilty pleasures as well.
Oh, yeah.
A film that's probably got a 3 on IMDb, but you'd easily give it a 9.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, it's a whole very strange thing. Yeah, you reckon we wrap it up?
Yeah, I could wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to Haircut and the Beard. If you like the show, or even if you didn't, give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Help us get the name out there. You can also tweet to us at Haircut Beard is our handle, and we are now on Periscope and like to broadcast it live, or at least segments of it. So
Random shenanigans.
Tune in there. Yeah. I'd like to thank our very special guest, Toomey, for joining us today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on. Enjoyed it. For the listeners, you can find me on YouTube or Snapchat for fun little videos to bring some happiness to your day.
I like them, man. You make really good videos.
He does make really good videos.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, I try.
We'll put some. We'll put the links in the show notes.
Awesome. And, of course, thank you very much for the Beard's presence this afternoon. Thanks for joining us, man.
It's always a pleasure.
Do I get a title, by the way? Or am I just the girl 2.0?
Yeah, I think we settled on that.
I like the Brit.
You know
Haircut, the beard, the
What
Brit.
I like about you, you've got half a beard and half a crazy haircut, so it kind of fits.
Yeah.
You're
The
like
beard cut.
What do I need you two for?
He's the meat in the sandwich. My name is Vader, aka Haircut, and thanks again for joining us.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.